Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my channel for another INART 1/6 scale figure preview video. Before we get started, I want to say a massive thank you to Matthew, Johnny, the rest of the team over at INART for organising this high-res footage so that we could make this video possible. Show them some love down in the comments. Now, if you'd like to pre-order this, you've got a couple of options. You can either go direct through INART if you're in Australia, New Zealand, or China. I've popped a link to their site in the description, as well as a 4% off code. It's an affiliate link, but any commission earned will be reinvested back into the channel and put towards making new content. If you're anywhere else in the world, US, UK, Europe, I've popped a link to Pop Collectibles down there, along with the discount code Justin's Collection, for 5% off your order if you decide to buy from them. As always, do your own research, make sure you're comfortable before buying. If you're heading down that way, why not hit that subscribe, bell notification icon, and join button so you're notified as soon as brand new INART content goes live. Look, they've been teasing us for ages with this Catwoman. We all knew it was going to happen, but I thought they'd announce their Batman first. I'm not complaining about the timing of the announcements in this line, but INART, please give us your take on Christian Bale's Dark Knight. Let's talk Catwoman's accessories. She doesn't come with a ton of stuff. Goggles, hands, display base, and pistol. I mean, you could always argue that maybe she should have come packaged in a deluxe set with the Bat Pod, but you never know. Queen Studios INART may release a standalone Bat Pod in the future. I certainly would pick it up. But this pistol looks like it's made out of die-cast. There's no mention of that in the pre-order listing, but the shine on the top of the slide and that brushed effect, that screams die-cast to me. These hands, the way they've been sculpted with the wrinkling and the texture, they look so real. Now, the goggles are removable. Technically, the Hot Toys ones could come off as well, but you weren't supposed to remove them. The instructions don't mention how to do that. You can take them off, but she doesn't look very good without them on, whereas the INART one has been designed specifically to be displayed either with or without the goggles. And of course, INART being INART, the detail is on point. If you're not giving us a ton of accessories, then at least lock in when it comes to the detail, which they have done. You can flip up the eye goggle pieces, and there's translucent lenses. Plus, the carbon fiber detail around the eye area for the front of the mask isn't just printed, it's fully sculpted. So it's actually raised and textural. They've not cheated and simply painted that stuff on the surface, which is what Hot Toys normally does when it comes to Catwoman's goggles. I'm not necessarily nervous about longevity with taking these on and off, but the Hot Toys ones are known to break. I would still be pretty careful when you're removing these. The display base. It's simple, it's clean, it's very effective. The only complaint I have, don't mind them ditching the magnets because she's got high heels on. The top platform doesn't make a ton of sense to me. I would have preferred like a snowy section of road, perhaps. Then you could have the same thing with Batman to match the end of the movie with them standing together looking at the Batpod. I don't know, maybe I'm just nitpicking. It is a really high quality base. The detail is outstanding. Even that black edge with the strip down the middle and the bevel bit at the bottom, the real die-cast metal nameplate, and the industrial heavy-duty crotch grabber that actually locks in place with a knurled knob. You turn it, and that really secures it in, versus the Hot Toys crotch grabbers, they sit in place with friction, so if the figure falls over, then the crotch grabber slides down, and the figure completely topples off the base. Shouldn't be a problem here. It looks like there's a touch of texture on the tiles and some airbrush shading on the grout sections, just to give the top of the base a little bit more grit and detail. Her high heels, once again, please don't quote me on this because it is not mentioned in the pre-order listing, look like they're die-cast, and I can see the little serrated edge on the inside. That is some great attention to detail. When it comes to material though, I'm not sure what they're using, but it doesn't appear to be genuine leather, unfortunately. I say unfortunately, but Then again, if it's something even more durable than genuine leather, like nylon or some kind of synthetic that's going to withstand posing, then I'm happy. As long as this outfit doesn't degrade with her simply standing there on display, I really don't have a problem with them not using genuine leather. And look at the way the glove cuffs are wrinkled, the thinness of that fabric for the wrinkles to be in scale with 1/6. Then they tuck underneath the hands, which cup the wrist pegs, so that looks a little bit more seamless. You can still see that the hands are a different sheen and slightly darker shade of black versus the glove cuffs, but from a distance, it all works. But look at that glorious masterpiece of a head sculpt. The hairline, the little individual strands, the skin texture. You can make out sculpted pores even. The eyelashes, the way they've been painted. The line work on the bright red lips. The expression on her face with the subtle smirk. The size of the eyes, which you can move. That is Anne Hathaway. That looks like someone is taking a close-up video of her. This is an incredible work of art of a head sculpt, and it fits perfectly in proportion with the body. Speaking of the body, I've got confirmation from the team over at INART. It's a seamless medical silicone body underneath the outfit. That may make you nervous when it comes to posing, but I wouldn't stress about it. We've had plenty of medical silicone bodies from Hot Toys. They seem to be able to withstand posing. And she's got a skin-tight bodysuit on anyway, so if anything did happen to the body, not saying that it would, you wouldn't be able to see it. But the reason why they went seamless for the body, even though it's entirely covered up except for the neck, is because they didn't want any ugliness, visible joints poking through the outfit, ruining the illusion of this being a real person for figure photography. The side of her torso there, you can't see any cuts for articulation. Same thing with the elbows, and that means the fabric is not going to get pinched in the joints and torn and damaged. So in this instance, normally I'd say that a medical silicone body is probably not necessary for a Catwoman, but I understand the rationale behind why they did it, and I mentioned this earlier, but if they're not giving us a ton of accessories, if we're only getting one head sculpt, then you may as well go all out with the best body possible, the best head sculpt possible, and I feel like that's exactly what they've done. So we're getting to the end of the video now. Just to sum up my thoughts on INART Catwoman, I'm smitten by this, if you couldn't already tell. She is an essential upgrade over the Hot Toys 2.0. I had the first one, then I sold it when the second one came in. Now it's time for the second one to go because it does not hold a candle to what INART have cooked up with their Catwoman. The proportions, the look of the outfit, how form-fitting it is, the thinness of the fabric for the boots and the gloves, the detail on the pistol, if it's die-cast, even better. But the head sculpt, that is the one big thing that Hot Toys absolutely shat the bed on. It looks nothing like Anne Hathaway, whereas the INART one is a dead ringer for her. It literally looks like a shrunk down version of her, and we get moving eyes, rooted hair, removable goggles, so many upgrades with this. So I've said it before, just one more time, she is a must-have. Now, if you're in Australia, New Zealand, or China, you can grab this direct from INART. I've popped a link to their site in the description. They've got that 4% off deal going for Black Friday at the moment. However, if you're anywhere else in the world, like the States, for example, I've popped a link to Pop Collectibles in the description as well, along with the discount code Justin's Collection for 5% off your order if you decide to buy from them. As always, do your own research, make sure you're comfortable before buying. If you're heading down that way, why not hit that subscribe, bell notification icon, and join button if you like the sound of seeing your name in the end credits of my reviews. Like, comment, and subscribe. We'll catch you in the next video.